Hello, everybody. This is Living with the Darkness, the Vampire Venue. Today we have a scene at one of the places at Neonate Place. There's a bar where John basically said, those who let's just talk about some stuff. Let's talk. And he invited, like, he especially wants to talk with the members of the War Coterie for planning stuff. And that's actually how we basically will begin our scene as John is waiting.
Um, Mitchell won't keep him waiting too long. He'll arrive after trying to hunt. Keyword being trying. Uh, he'll enter the bar and look around, see if John's there.
It is a really like back. I'm not gonna say back alley, but it is like a bar. There's not a lot. There's a lot of people at this night.
Ah, perfect. This is one of
John,
Mitchell's bar.
John has like a glass of water, and he gets up. Then someone enters because he thinks not a lot of people enter just bars. And the basic description of John fits him. He has this weird glasses, like people talks about him probably, or there may be rumors like you may have heard about him. Um, he wears just like weird glasses, like this kind of yellow. Um, he is wearing a suit, not like CEO suit,
Mm-hmm.
like a jacket and a shirt, but the shirt doesn't have a tie. Looks like a normal guy. He has long hair. His hair is like gathered. His appearance too, by the way.
Cool.
Mm.
Mitchell look around, see John standing up, and we'll start to approach him.
John will notice as he is approaching, and he will nod and extend a hand. Hi, I'm John.
Mitchell will take the hand and shake it. Just John? You don't have a last name?
The I do just. He says my surname is Mercy.
Mm, John Mercy. I dig it.
Thank you.
Mitchell Davids. How do you do?
The troubled, but the hopefully we will have better days.
Probably not.
Would you like to sit?
Yeah, please. That'll be awesome.
There's not the best drinks here, but I got a glass of water. Would you like something?
Sure. Just give me a whiskey. I can do with some whiskey right the fuck now.
He invites the guy and asks for a whiskey, and the guy goes. The very um nicely, John kind of like pulls his phone, and he's like checking his phone, and he shows like three photos, actually four photos to Mitchell. So I'm gonna send you a PM regarding these
Mm-hmm.
photos, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want this shit to be. This is the first one. It's arriving. It's still arriving. Still arriving, said Lee. I think it did arrive now.
There we go.
And this is the second photo, which she will see. Were,
Mm.
were you at the public gathering, Mr. Mr. Davids,
Public gathering. Which one?
the one that the party got crashed by some individuals. I heard.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
I'm sorry for our police captain.
You have no idea.
Before he need to vacate the city, him, I, and Rex, we met in the his office. The after we arrived to the city, I was trailing these guys regarding a basically I tried to find differences in Staten Island, and I found them. These guys are differences from the last 6 months. Other than some other gruesome parties, because he
Right.
like pulls his phone, writes like he writes something, which is like he doesn't send this to anybody. He just
Mm-hmm.
writes this some gruesome murders.
Mm-hmm.
Then he like gets his phone, deletes. Um, these guys meet in one place. They have this weird cult. They work.
Right.
They meet like every weekend, and one time in a month they actually stay for 2 days a weekend. Like they just stay there for all weekend. I don't know what they're doing, but I know that they kill someone in front of humans with electricity that comes out of their hands. A pretty party trick. I have seen it before in one of the magicians ones.
Uh, Mitchell is. Did he send the photos to Mitchell on his phone?
No, he actually showed you the photos.
Okay.
They look like they're entering somewhere, getting out of
Yeah.
a limo.
Just that guy with the weird curve in his hair. I've seen him before. Real
He seems.
bastard.
Uh, my apologies, please. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, he just said real bastard.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They seem to be higher echelons of whatever these guys are. That's what Rex said.
Yeah. Yeah, we went a long time ago. We went out and did our thing, and we accidentally walked into these guys, and they didn't know who we were.
Ooh. I have a plan that I
Okay.
want to do. It is very simple. I will track this limo. Uh, usually people, I don't know, do you do that? But I wouldn't if I were you. Usually park their car close to the where they live. Um, and these guys may do the same. They're kind of overconfident. I kind of watch them use. So I think they probably will not expect us to go in Staten Island and do some offense.
I'll tell you what, John. I got some tidbits for you if Rex hasn't shared them yet with you. And he pulls out his own phone with a
Mhm.
map of Staten Island. And he's going to zoom into one particular area
Mhm.
of it on like a specific, actually, it's very specific. It's like a street name and a house number and all that shit.
Mhm.
He says, safe house. So far, don't have manpower. Maybe now people will take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah, the second I came here, I try to track down these individuals, but there was a lot of people who was trying to go
Bitch
after each other.
fuck each other over in the ass. That's what everybody was fucking doing.
Well, there were some were shared in a public place I was in. I actually don't think that I am in the end of those words because I was trying my best to find information. And yes, you're completely right. I agree. The people were doing themselves, and I hope things will be taken seriously now. But we don't need to enter these guys in very public setting. Pardon, very weird setting. We There's a lot of problems going on in Brooklyn right now. Staten Island sadly is a shithole, and nobody cares usually what happens in Staten Island.
Mm-hmm.
We can do something crazy and act like it's a gang violence.
All
It needs
right.
to be planned very carefully. It needs to be planned very differently. It needs to be very fast, quick. Riding, go in. They don't expect sneaks. Go, fuck off. And I never done something like this before. I probably watched some movies, by the way.
So
So
what you're saying is you don't want people to sneak in, you want people to hammer themselves into there.
no. So basically, these guys are not expecting us to like. These guys are not expecting us to just go into Staten Island and do something like this. The If there is a meeting, they go every week from their havens, from their homes. There's a road that they're taking. They're not changing road. They're not going to change every. They're not expecting any fight. We've been sitting on our asses for a long time. They're getting comfortable, probably. And yeah, you may not want to work on probablys, but we will watch them for a while. I will watch them for a while.
Honestly, my friend, probably is a whole lot better than what we've ever had before.
Okay, and then good to know. So I will create a map where this limo is going out, and he like creates a map, and like there's like he pulls like the streets which they can go from the haven that they have, like like where they spend their weekends,
Mm-hmm.
and he chooses a narrow corner, like narrow corners and the big streets, like, and he just like pulls a pen and acts like the limo is going, and then he just says like people comes out of everywhere, does something to the limo, we leave the place. They will not even expect us. We will like do something like this so public, but they open that door of public. It's just gonna
Yeah.
be gang violence.
This is gonna get so much shit brought on top of us.
It,
I love it.
the I'm gonna say this right now. If our leader is getting shot in the chest in a public Elysium as he like lowers his voice, shit is already out.
You have no idea how much trouble I had with that.
The I came here and I heard there's a SWAT problem, and then we talk about how some other individuals are trying to do this, some other individuals are trying to do this. There's like this lady with the lady who is like trying to look all crazy and telling me you should know me by my surname and all that jazz.
Oh, she talked to you like that too?
Yeah, and it's getting out of hand. I don't want
Oh my god, I'd like to punch that.
to.
And,
I am not gonna say anything, but all I say is that the things needs to get done immediately. And if you're not gonna do anything, we just have each other.
oh my
And
gosh.
even I know the Eliza is trying her best to do stuff.
Yeah, but
Um,
she's one person.
she's one person, and you got two, me, and that's kind of who I met from the influence human control group. And you and Rex, along with Opal, are the ones who I met from your group. And if you don't have anybody, then we need to do shit all by ourselves to get shit done and tell everybody that they need to help us. When I first came here, my leader of my family told me that, we can just tell people that, we need your help and they need to do that because the things are getting out of hand. The
Mm-hmm.
our leader of our collective family just said that this is a priority right now. So people either gonna help us or they're gonna lose their credit that they actually care so much. Because I'm gonna talk with Eliza. I'm actually gonna tell her like if people tells us no, I'm gonna tell Eliza,
They'll
and
be
she will do her thing.
they'll be disobeying a direct command of the boss figure.
It's not. It's just like that. We can't give them a direct order, as far as I know. But at the same time, their precious uh,
Yep,
pride and their precious, fame will go down.
exactly.
Nobody wants to look bad, and like this excludes like this includes everybody. Nobody wants to look bad. Everybody want to do something, and when they're forced, they will do it. All they need to see is how serious people are, and like to be honest, if people aren't helping, then they're kind of helping the enemy anyway. This shit is getting serious, and some people needs to realize it is getting serious. And yeah, you're not a fighter, but you can do stuff. I'm not a fighter. I've been tracking these guys for months, like one and a half month now. The first week I came here, I found this information about a guy that they lived there, and then I found this weird leaders who use some mumbo jumbo to kill one of the people I use, and then one like I've been like waiting on this information for 3 weeks now. When I say
Hmm.
waiting, I told this to the Cody and Rex. We were unable to do anything because we couldn't create a meeting because of the uh everybody was busy with their own thing. Oh,
Everybody
see,
was.
I just moved into Istanbul. I'm really sorry.
That's okay. No worries.
So yeah, the I am like any like kind of comes in like give me a shotgun and a killer. I will be behind you. This is getting out of hand. I'm not a like I'm not a combatant, but I'm not someone who's just gonna watch people getting murdered in the Brooklyn.
Thank you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask from people. It's not like you know, cause you're at least you're not like some people who huddle like fucking sheep in the fucking corner when their fucking house is fucking attacked.
Yeah. So
Oh God.
so is it you or is it Rex who's gonna be the captain of the guard now?
Right now, a member of your own clan. Sorry, he wouldn't say clan. A member of your own family is taking up that duty, but that's a temporary measure.
Okay, I didn't know that. Nobody told me. You see how much
Uh,
my family cares for me. He kind of smiles and jokes.
I don't think it's been publicly announced.
Okay.
Her name is Green. You probably heard of her.
Did. Um.
Hey, John, what
Yes, it's me.
do you think about the free pass the boss man gave out?
Free 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 pass.
And he lowers his voice and says, the prince is allowing free passes of Diablerie on the Sabbat. He has announced so publicly right after he stood up, after he got shot in the chest. Now, he could have healed that wound any time during the fight and jumped in with us, but no, he stayed right at the ground the entire time, being wounded, being covered by one of the Giovanni. And then, right after everything was done, he healed himself back up, walked to front and center, announced that this entire war up till now has just been a scuffle that cost us the fucking life of Cody. And says, I will give out free passes to Diablerie on any member of the Sabbat. What the fuck?
I don't know. He's a prince.
I know, but this is crazy.
It is fucked up, but that's not my thing to say. I don't remember seeing anything about it. There will be people who will jump on that thing, and they will publicly and politically will probably kill themselves. So if anybody does that, please don't tell me. I don't want to know, and hopefully they won't do it. I'm
I hope you're
sure.
right.
I'm sure. I don't know how all cars will see this anyway. He kind of shrugs.
I really hope we don't have to deal with an Archon coming to the city.
Me,
Hell.
you don't have anything to fear. You've been working your ass for a long time. It's those who
Yeah.
doesn't actually, do anything. Like this thing's a lot of people just talks about like the people works and you are food lower the food chain and blah blah blah. And like John turns and like looks at the bartender and says, "Go him and go inside and clean your shit." Probably use like dominate too, and I'm gonna roll for that because he's getting like frustrated and he wants to talk normally.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll just a second. I was opening my Discord, which I didn't open, and it's really sad. But there's another thing going on, so I'm gonna roll it. Scene one, scene start. 5 dice, I think. No, actually not five. It's more than five. It is, I think 7 dice, but I need to make sure. Mm, yes, it is 7 dice. I have all the successes that I need. The guy immediately goes into clean his stuff, and John turns and says, a lot of people talks about like how elders doesn't hate neonies and see them as anarchs and blah 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 blah. But the truth is that yes, we may be seen as a problem to them. We may be seen as anarchs, or we may be seen as littles who doesn't understand this problem. But they actually are clever because they have been surviving for all these fucking times. So they know the useful individuals are doing stuff. So you're not just gonna come here and piss on you because you were trying to do stuff while others are being sitting. It's not you who should be scared if an Archon comes in. It's others who sat on their ass. And to be honest, the prince is like I didn't heard anything bad about the prince until you said this, and maybe he has a reason to do this anyway. But I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna approve if anyone does it. I'm gonna actually probably try to stop if anyone. Like when I say stop, I'm not gonna do anything forcefully, but basically tell them how you could consider this if someone tries to do this because I heard some fucked up shit about Amaranth.
Yeah. See, in the end, they don't even fucking care.
Well,
Hell, even with my rise in status to Ancilla, nobody's gonna see it like that.
well, there was one time we had a sheriff who wanted to become an archon. He asked a permission from a prince and said, "If I hunt this guy, the independent gangrel in your territory, I want to, do the Amaranth." The prince was a Ventru. The sheriff was a Bruja. The actually no, Prince was a Toreador. Sorry, Prince was a Toreador, and she allowed him. The sheriff, after 6 months, is being reduced in status. Everybody was talking whispers behind his back because he did this so openly. He's a double-edged sword. Yeah, I hear that you're gonna get stronger and all that jazz, but it's also gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, He shrugs. Not interested. I'm just gonna try to find and clean this situation before we all die in the end of a fucking baseball bat.
I was looking at that entire video and thinking, wow, this dude really has to rub it in, doesn't he? Like he's compensating for something.
It was a long speech. After some time, it's becoming less intimidating because it's a long speech. So
Yeah. You should have seen Elysium, dude. Like they were projecting themselves into like on a projector
wow,
and the
that's
fucking they have a freaking like a Nazi or some shit. I don't know. And he was giving his monologue speech, and at some point, I just got so fucking tired of it that I jumped up and punched the projector, and then it stopped. It was great.
it is. The people like to talk, especially the high ego ones. But
Maybe it's just because we're not that old. Do you think if we ever get that old, we'll start talking like that?
I have no idea. I will think like I probably will answer your question when I become old.
Hmm.
Um, Now I will go back and continue working on in this project of ours. I will create a map of where they go. Give me like 2 weeks because basically that will be enough time for me to see their entrance, which roads they use. Um, and after some time, if they're using the same road, we can actually rent these apartments, go in, prepare something, go in with the crazy guns and just fuck off. We can just, put oil on the pardon gas on the floor and burn it if need be. But that's up to you guys, and I never done this before, and I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, talking about this kind of makes me. Yeah, this is fucked up. War is fucked up.
Yep.
I hope that God will forgive them for what they have done.
Uh, that'll be up for them to decide.
Okay then. If there's anything else, I wish to go and deal with the business and come back and wait for more people if they want to talk to me.
No worries. Don't let me stop you.
Thank you a lot. It was nice to meet with you.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Mercy. John Mercy.
Please call me John in front of others. I don't usually share my name with everybody.
All right.
It's just um, it's about protection.
No worries. I got you.
He nods and he leaves.
Mitchell will sit there for a little while, enjoying his whiskey, before he too eventually leaves and has to throw it back up.
And that will be the moment we end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watch for watching. See you next time.